ICT, CICC, the NPC, and NTC will be active participants in the conversation and helping in hopefully enacting this particular piece of legislation to address this particular concern. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, maraming salamat. So we be proceeding sa next item natin, yung kay Commodore Ariela. Commodore, kasi wala kasi ako sa mga last hearings no, na we have conducted, no? And napanood ko lang briefly yung iba. So basically yung mga relevance ng testimony mo lies on the your personal experience with the victims ng mga Chinese disinformation campaigns and in relation to the Western Philippine Western Philippine Sea. So what sa lahat ng mga experience that you have encountered with the WPS, yung danger and yung consequences, just a parang nililigaw lang tayo, but the real fight ay nandito naman po sa territory na natin. What I'm trying to point out, hindi naman talaga nila tayo susugudin eh. Hindi naman talaga nila tayo babarilin o talagang i-encounter nila yung talagang traditional na warfare na talagang wawasakin yung ating WPS. But somehow it's a diversionary and somehow dumapokus, and yung focus sa laban dito sa mismong lugar natin, they own properties, yung ating pong mga Chinese citizens ay naging Filipino citizen na, pinabilis yung ating pong mga registration para different establishments are being owned by them, and political intervention, election intervention, yung mga Chinese na nagiging mga politiko, these are the things that they are doing to really somehow invade us. But yung sa WPS, medyo parang diversionary. That's my point of view. I'm reading the silent invasion that the Australia have encountered with the Chinese people or the Chinese government, and somehow parang ganun yung aking interpretation, but that's me, no? So iba kayo yung talagang nasa ground na nakikipaglaban doon sa teritoryo natin. So what's your input?
First of all, sir, I would like to thank the members of the 19th Congress sa TRICOM na to, that for the first time, we're able to address itong misinformation and fake news concerning the West Philippine Sea. But my reaction to your opinion, Mr. Chair, I would like to say that this is not a diversionary tactic of the People's Republic of China. Ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea, totoo po ito. At ang obserbasyon nyo po in different takes of different fronts na hinakaharap natin ay sinasadya po yan ng China. Ang issue po ng West Philippine Sea is just one portion of the multi-front that the People's Republic of China is doing. I wouldn't agree with you na sinabi nyo pong this is just a diversion. Totoo po na ang atin pong Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine Coast Guard, at ang Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources ay nakaka-experience ng bullying, aggressive actions, water cannoning, and they are risking their lives for our position in the West Philippine Sea. Hindi po ito diversion, ito po ay totoong nangyayari araw-araw.
At maraming mga Pilipino ang tunay na naapektuhan doon sa fight against them.
Yes, Mr. Chair, especially the ordinary Filipino fishermen.
Yeah, and siguro I will agree with you, no? Kasi kayo yung mga nasa ground na nakaka-experience ng hirap na dinadanas ng ating mga members ng ating pong Navy. And salute to all of you, no? Mahirap yung laban, but at the same time, marami din kayong naranasang mga fake na mga news against our members of the armed forces, no? But yun nga po, you want to say something about yung sa mga fake news na thrown against you?
Well, yes, sir. No, Mr. Chair, if you will allow me, I'm just going to reiterate. No, I think I mentioned this already twice the impact of fake news and misinformation in our fight in the West Philippine Sea. Sa pang-ilang beses ko na pong babanggitin, our greatest challenge in our fight in the West Philippine Sea are not just the big vessels of the People's Republic of China, but especially for our fight against misinformation and fake news. Ang pinakamahirap po na laban ng ating pamahalaan ngayon para tindigan ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea ay ang magkaisa ang mga Pilipino. Ito po ang dahilan kung bakit mayroong tayong transparency initiative under this government where President Bongbong Marcos supported the publication of all the aggressive actions that has been happening in the West Philippine Sea. Dahil po dito, sa loob ng mahigit na 2 taon na, nalaman po ng ordinaryong Pilipino kung ano ang pinagdadaanan ng ating Philippine Navy, ng Coast Guard at ng ordinaryong mga isdang Pilipino sa gitna po ng agresyon ng People's Republic of China in the West Philippine Sea. The second positive impact of this is we receive tremendous support from the international community. Hindi na lamang po nag-iisa ang Pilipinas sa pagkondena ng maling aksyon ng People's Republic of China pagdating sa West Philippine Sea. But despite of the transparency efforts of the Philippine government, tayo pa rin po ay na-expose sa panibagong laban natin, that is to counter misinformation. Tumaas po ang bilang ng mga social media influencers and even pro-China trolls to counter our own narrative. If we're going to categorize their narrative, ang una, sinasabi nila, it basically undermines our own position. Sinasabi nilang wala tayong legal na basihan, wala tayong napala sa 2016 Arbitral Award. Secondly, majority of them are also saying that ang ginagawang pagtindig ng ating pamahalaan sa West Philippine Sea ay dikta lamang ng Estados Unidos. At ang pangatlo sa lahat, sinasabi nilang Pilipinas ang nagpapataas ng tensyon sa West Philippine Sea, despite of our evidence showing to the public that is the smaller Coast Guard vessels that are being harassed by the bigger China Coast Guard vessels. At ang pang-apat sa lahat, ang paulit-ulit nilang sinasabi na ang ating mga spokesperson na tagapagsalita pagdating sa pagtindig ng West Philippine Sea ay binabayaran lamang ng US Embassy o dinidiktahan lamang ng Estados Unidos para ilahad itong lahat ng ito. Ang kakaiba rito sa mga trolls and social media influencers na ito, ang linyahan ng kanilang pagsasalita ay naa-align sa narrative din ng China. I wouldn't believe that these are just purely coincidental. I think there is a motivation why they are doing this, and there is a coincidence with the pro-China narrative and the statement of the People's Republic of China to counter our fight in the West Philippine Sea. Karamihan sa mga pro-China influencers na to, they are hiding from the constitutional freedom of expression. Ang sabi nila, opinion lamang nila ito, naniniwala silang wala tayong legal na basihan, wala tayong napala sa 2016 Arbitral Award, at tayo mismo ay dinidiktahan lamang ng Amerikano. Gayunpaman, tayo po ay naniniwala, gaya po ng sinabi ni Justice Carpio, our fight in the West Philippine Sea is intergenerational. Ito po ay ipapamana natin sa susunod na saling lahi ng Pilipino. Kung ngayon pa lamang po, ang ating po mga kabataang Pilipino ay may expose na sa maling impormasyon ng West Philippine Sea, mahihirapan po tayong tindigan bilang Pilipino ang issue ng West Philippine Sea. Mahihirapan pong magkaisa ang Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao para sabihin natin ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea ay laban nating lahat bilang Pilipino. Ito po ang pinakamahalagang bagay na magagawa po ng 19th Congress to stop misinformation and to make sure the Filipinos will be united with the right information. Naniniwala po ako na ang issue po ng West Philippine Sea, the only way that we can be able to awaken the sense of patriotism of our countrymen is to provide them with the right information. Saka lamang po nila malalaman na hindi po tayo bilang Pilipino ang magkakalaban, kung hindi po China. Maraming pong salamat.
Pero naniniwala ka, Commodore Tariela, as long as there is politics in this country, yung pong pagkakahiwa-hiwalay ay magpapatuloy. Why? Kasi may sinusunod ang ating mga kababayan pagdating sa kanilang mga leader sa bansa. Like for example, meron tayong Pulahan, meron tayong Dilawan, meron tayong, ano pa ba yan? Green, di ba? And as long as the people are following all these leaders, yung stand nila on pro-China and pro-America, hindi yun yung magiging priority nila. They follow their leaders. And that's the reason why, tama yung sinabi mo kanina, that we need to educate our people that this fight is not against red, against green, or against pink. This is against the intervention of other country. We are a sovereign country. And each and every one of us love our country. But the problem is, napopolarize tayo because of politics. And the people should understand and should learn how to differentiate yung love for your leaders and love for your country. Mahirap tanggapin dahil tayo, ganun din tayo mga politiko. Sometimes kung sino yung leader na ating pinaniniwalaan, we believe all his yung kanyang issues that he's fighting for. And I understand na talagang dapat nating ma-educate yung ating mga tao and try to let them understand that unti-unti na tayong sinisira ng ibang bansa. At maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw that they're causing this division. Unfortunately, there are those that are being paid to suit the narrative of our foreign invaders. Anyway, so kung meron pong mga question, yung ating mga members, Congressman Is Barbers muna,
Subscribe.
and then Congressman Abante.
All right.